Hello and welcome again to my channel. Today I'll be talking about my experience at the US Embassy Lagos, my interview experience at the embassy. That's what I'll be talking about today. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Please subscribe to my channel. Click the like button so this video can be shared across. I just want to share my little testimony on my US interview. Well, it started back in 2020, 2020. So we started the processing and everything. In my mind, I just thought it was gonna be like, like a month, like within 6 months. That was my initial the time frame I had in my mind. Like I'm like, okay, the next 6 months I should be done with this interview and everything. So I should be in the US. But I tell you, since 2020, um, I got approved 2021, and then still 2021. I got approved around February, and then I waited again for like another 6, 7, 8 months again. Then I was documentarily qualified in October, excuse me, not October, September 2021 as well. So I was so happy when I saw that I was documentarily qualified. I was looking forward to the next 2 months, next 3 months. I was going to get my interview letter and, get myself, like I was so excited when I saw that DQ, like I was DQ, like I'm like, whoa. But guess what? It never happened. I waited October 2021, November, December. It didn't happen. Then I started giving myself hope, like it was going to happen in 2022. I tell you, I waited the whole of 2022. I tell you, sometimes I had to cry. I must tell you the truth, like I'm not here to give you some fake or some, I had to cry because it's like I wasn't hearing nothing anymore. I kept checking the SIAC website. Nothing was moving. Nothing was changing. Like it's nothing like, oh, it's about to get you your turn or nothing. I didn't no message at all. Like for the whole 365 days, nothing. I've waited, I've hoped, I've given my time, I gave myself time. I was like, okay, you know what? In June 2022, unfailingly, I'm going to get I just kept giving myself hope like that. Keep believing like something was going to happen in June. I prayed, I fasted, I did a lot of things. It never happened. July, it never happened. October, September, October, like that, and things like that. I was so tired, and at some point, I felt like, well, you know what? I started giving up on the whole thing. It was never, like you just see people talking about they got their interview, they were documentarily qualified in 2020. I'm like, oh, okay. So if you documentarily qualified in 2020, you're getting your interview in 2022. Like, so when am I supposed to get my own? When would they start with 2021? When would they get to, I was just keep thinking about a lot of things, but to cut a long story short, I'm just here to enjoy myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it never happened. So I felt like at a point I really gave up. I didn't feel like waiting no more. I just went about my day like nothing bothered me, but I was really bothered. I was heavy. Sometimes my babe will call me and be like, David, I wish you was here and everything. When she starts telling me all of that, you know what I feel like? I feel like, God, but why? I questioned God a couple of, like, I'm sure some of you are still waiting out there. Like I'm telling you, the wait. If you just got documentarily qualified in 2022 or in 2023, wow, it's a long time. Hopefully, they're able to speed up things and you can get your interview letters as soon as possible. But I tell you, if it happens to be like mine, man, I'm telling you, you're just gonna be so tired and frustrated at some point. So it was like nothing was gonna happen. I just gave up. Then my babe came over to Nigeria in 2022 December. We're there together. We just talked about it. She was like, you know what? I want you to be. You gonna be here before Easter. She just said it casually, but Well, me, I'm like, well, I don't even bother no more. Like, I've waited, I've exhausted my patience, my hope level. I was tired at that point. I must tell you the truth. I was tired. I didn't care whatever was going to go on. To cut a long story short, I just, she left for the States, but still in December. And then in January, I started seeing that they were sending ILs to a lot of people in 2020. People were DQ'd in 2021. They started sending them interview letter. A lot of people were so happy on the platform where I happened to be part of, but I went to check my mail. Nothing. You know that feeling when people are sharing good news, you thought you were part of it, but when you got to check your mail, nothing. I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm done. I don't care. So I just give myself like 4 5 months so that I don't get too anxious, or you know what I'm saying? So I just give myself like 4 5 months. Yeah. Then January passed. I just I don't know why I went to bed that certain day in February so late. I went to bed around 4 a.m. in the morning. I wasn't doing nothing. I just couldn't sleep. I went to bed around 4 a.m. in the morning, and by 7 a.m. in the morning, my phone did boom, boom, like, like that vibration and everything. Something just said, check, it might be from NVC. I just picked my phone. My eyes were still like, I still felt like sleeping, but I don't know why I jumped up that morning. So I picked my phone and I checked, and I saw immigrant appointment, something, something. I cleaned my eyes like, bro, are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? So I just went straight to the mail to check, and I saw interview appointment, whatever letter. I came out of my email and decided to stretch my body to see if I wasn't dreaming, or maybe I was dreaming. Maybe it's a dream. Maybe I overthought about this. I was dreaming. Then I pinched myself. I opened the door. I closed the door. I went back again to check the mail, and I found out that I wasn't dreaming. It was reality. And I saw that they gave me the appointment letter came, and the date for my interview was on the 6th of March. Hey, my God. The appointment letter came on the 6th of February, and my interview was going to be on the 6th of March. Hey, I didn't know if I'm supposed to be excited, or I picked my phone. I called babe, like, babe, guess what? I got the appointment letter. She was like, David, that's the best news you've given me. She was happy, but I didn't know if I was supposed to be happy, because I've seen a lot of people. I've heard a lot of stories of people who went there and their case was like denied, and some was somewhere what do you call it? We're in administrative processing. I didn't know if I was supposed to be excited or if I was supposed to be. I don't know. Like, I didn't know how to react to the news. Like, um, let me just say, I was excitedly sad. Let's put it that way. So I decided to just, you know, try to book my medical appointment at Q Life and everything. Called them, and they told me I needed to do my COVID. I haven't done my COVID, and I didn't want to take that vaccine anyways. But I had to run to one of the primary health centers to get it for free. So I did my COVID vaccination, and then I went for my medical, and I tried to get my police clearance certificate, or whatever they call that certificate. I did everything. I already had all that documents. So I printed out my appointment letter, printed out everything that I needed for that interview. I printed everything, and I put them in the file. Went for my what do they call it, medical. My God, they gave me about. I took about 8 to 9 shots. Like, bruh, it was a lot. I just made sure that I kept my cool, and I'm afraid of the syringe. Like, if it comes close to my body, like, I don't want to play that. But because I knew what was at stake, I had to hold myself, and I did my medical. I went there around. My appointment was 8 a.m. I got there 8 a.m. on the dot. So they attended to me. I think they attended to me around 10, 11. That was the time I was called, and then I did my medical and came out, and then went back home. I was still doing some little side job, by the way. So I was trying to balance the whole thing, getting my document ready, and also going to my side hustle, and then also making sure that I'm preparing for my interview. Everything, I would do everything side by side. It was really, really hectic for me, but I just had to do it because I needed money as well. So I did everything like that, and then the days were approaching. Started printing pictures, call logs, text messages, doing all of that thing. Started practicing that. Then I started going online to see, and started discovering that your DS260 and I130 forms contains a lot of information that they might ask you question from. So I started. That's why my previous video is a must watch. So please, if you haven't watched it, please go and watch that video. I really said a lot there. If you listen carefully, it's going to help you. So I printed out, I screenshotted all my DS260, and then my what do you call that thing, I-130, and I went through it. I went through the answers again, asked myself questions, stand in front of the mirror, just ask myself questions like that and practice a lot. So when my interview was drawing closer, I started being nervous again because another thought came to my mind. What if after waiting for 2 years plus, I get denied? What if after waiting for 2 years plus, my case is pushed into administrative processing? I kept thinking negative, like, God, please help me. God, please help me. And then, yeah, to cut a long story short, my interview was on the 6th, but I didn't want to gamble it, so I booked a hotel. So I spent the night there. I made inquiry the day I got there, and found out that they had a cab, and the cab man knew the embassy so well. So he just said, "Don't worry, I'll take you there in the morning." So 5 a.m. I got up. No, 4 a.m. I got up, practice again. In fact, let me not say 4 a.m. I slept around 1 midnight, and I woke up around 4 and used 1 hour again to go through my DS260 and all my documents again. And I prayed, and I took a shower quickly, put on my clothes, packed all my documents, and called the man. And he took me straight to the embassy. I got there 5:30 because it was like 5-7 minutes away from the hotel, so it wasn't anything. So I got there 5:30, and then I don't want to go through what I already said in my previous video. So to cut a long story short, I joined the line, and then they started checking our documents, and then we moved to one particular, from one phase to the other. Every phase you have to drop your document. They check some things. You raise your hand up, they put all of these machines to check you and everything. So we got to one of those places where you have to pull your shoes or your wristwatch, everything from the body, all the screening process. We went through all of that. Then we got into the interview hall. Let me just say interview building. When you get there, the non-immigrants are on one side and the immigrant visa on the other side. All the time, all the while I was there, I was just praying in my heart, like, God, please, please, don't let me wait for so long. And at the end of this thing, my case is now on administrative processing, or they tell me to, like, I was just so scared. Sorry, I'm shooting this video in the night, so I was just so scared. I was like, God, please help me. God, please help me. God, please help me. That was my story. That was my song. That was my prayer every day. I was just praying that God, please help me, see me through this. And I was there, and I saw people going straight to the consular officer. This one will ask them questions. They would have answered, and then they'll say, okay, they'll wait. Then they'll come again, call the same number again. They'll ask question. They'll go pass them to another person. I was like, God, man. Man, I started, I don't know. Like I want to poop, like I want to pee, like a lot of things was going on in my mind. I'm like, oh shit, like, you know what? Like, I think I don't know what I'm going to say here. So little by little, time things the line kept moving little by little. They checked our document, collected some of our document like tax transcript, and the passport photos they asked you to get, and some other document like that. So I just submitted all of that to one of the ladies who attended to me first. They took it. She came back and took pictures of my wedding, like two or three pictures that we had together, and went with it. After a while, they kept calling other numbers. Before you know, there's a number on my interview appointment that they wrote it there as number 20. So I just had applicants number 20. Everybody, some people will be beside me just say good luck. Then you know, like, yeah, something is about to happen. And I went straight to the window, and the man looked at me. It was a white man who interviewed me. He just looked into my eyes like straight, and I looked into his eyes as well. I tell you, everything I've planned in my head just went. So I just stood in front of him. I was just listening to him. Who's your petitioner? I answered. How did you meet? I gave my story. He sat down and listened to every detail of that story. It was like, okay. Then it talked about other things, other things. He asked me some few questions. Where does she live? Is she a U.S. citizen? Is she an immigrant, or she naturalized? I'm like, no. She was everything. I just did answer my question. I was still talking. This man just cut me short and be like, you know what? I'm gonna issue you a visa. As soon as I heard that, whatever thing else he was saying, I didn't hear. I must tell you the truth. As soon as he just caught me and be like, I'm gonna issue you a visa, my head went. I've seen a lot of people who have gone there who did not do well. Some people, even old women, they were denied. So it's not like maybe I was shocked because mine was the shortest. I've not seen anybody who went there who just goes straight to one person and they say you have issued a visa. I was expecting him to go, come back and call me again or pass me to someone. I was expecting all of that. But he just said, I'm going to offer you a visa. Yeah, he gave me a white paper that contains blah, blah, blah. I didn't hear the rest thing he was saying. As soon as he said, I'm going to issue you a visa, case closed. So I was so excited, and then I kept on. I just picked my paper, and I was so excited, and I jumped out. I was super super excited, and I so that from there henceforth, you know what it is. But I just want to share this little thing with y'all. When you people who were in really really hot seats were people whose spouse age difference. For example, if you're like 30 years old and your spouse is like 65 or 50 something, you have a lot to answer. You have a lot to like answer. You gotta prepare better because they're gonna ask you a question about the age difference and everything. You have to convince them beyond reasonable doubt that it's actually out of love and not because you just want to get out of the country. That's one. In my own case, myself and my spouse we are just like 2 years apart, so that was bad. That was it. And then another case again is if you're married to somebody, if you got married to somebody who is a divorcee, you get what I'm saying? Who has who divorced maybe his previous spouse to get married to you? You have a lot to answer because they're gonna quiz you a lot about that. Some people, if you go through all those videos, they don't tell you that. They just tell you, was she married before? You like, yeah, okay. How many children? No, they will make sure they, you know, ask you questions and you have to present reasonable answers. So if you are married to somebody who has been divorced, just prepare yourself. Prepare your answer. Make sure that you prepare good answers, good reasons why you married this person and you knew the situation better. Like you want to convince them that you understand the situation before you even got into it. So it was this lady. She was there, like making a lot. She was arguing. Basically, she was like, I think she divorced and got married. In fact, I don't know how her situation was, but it's like she was in the process of divorce when she got married to this man, and the consular officer was looking at her like, yeah, like so. She was like, "That's what I was trying to explain to you. If you're like, what? I'm, I tell you, after going through like three windows, she was denied. So it's not that easy the way people present it to be, but you have to be prepared. If you're married to somebody who has been divorced, like I said before, please be prepared. If you're married to somebody whose age difference is really really big, please be prepared. Don't go there and thinking you might get there and it's so easy for you. It can happen, but I just want you to be prepared with all your answers. And I tell you, once you're prepared, everything is so easy. So that's how mine went. It was super fast and super easy. That all the things I practiced and stayed up late at night every day to go through, they didn't even ask me most of that. They just asked me of the address and everything like that. I just answered the least that I could, and that was it. And they issued me my visa, and I came back home and got started preparing to go get my this now registered. So I'm gonna be doing other videos on what I did after my visa and the documents I went to the interview with. I'm gonna do a video for that. I don't want to. So this one is just a video of excitement. So I just got into the country basically last week Thursday. So you can imagine. So it was so great. I'm going to share all of that with you and my trip and everything and what I encountered and the port of entry as well. So I just love you all. I just wanted to share this good news because I know that some people are there who are waiting. Please don't get tired. It's going to come. That eventually it's going to come. So it might take long, but it's going to come. So I just want to encourage somebody out there who is about to get his or her visa interview as well to practice and just go get your document ready. Don't bother. Your appointment letter is going to come. So just get ready. So, and I pray that you all go there and smash it and come also and, click and like on my video and be like, yeah, I did it. Like that was my case. I was so happy. And here I am today and I'm super, super excited to be here. The country is really nice. It's cool. Ever since I've been here, I've not really visited places. I just went to see my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law and things like that. Just got to meet the family, So it was so great. So a lot of videos will be coming from me very soon and my baby. Of course, like we're gonna be here very soon, so you're gonna see her. Yeah. I love you guys a lot. So see you guys in the next video. Please smash a like and also leave a comment if you find this interesting. Thank you. Bye.